Right here, at home. Protect your out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, cause that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and Team TP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owens, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes.
What's going on, Eagles family? This is your man, Big Huss, the one you trust, bringing you all your Philadelphia Eagles latest. Hey, I hope everyone's had a great week, great weekend. Me and Mr. Owens came to chop it up with y'all a bit about a few things. We got some special shout outs, and then we want to give our early 53-man prediction on what the roster will look like coming up on the season. But before we jump into that, Mr. Owens wants to talk to you real quick.
Y'all already know it's all love here from the Main Thing Podcast Presents to our season supporters. Thank you for the continued support. To our new supporters, welcome to the community and the family. Look, make sure y'all continue to like these videos, continue to flood those comment sections. Don't forget to share and subscribe to the community and the family. And last but not least, don't forget to do this. Turn on y'all notification bells so y'all don't miss when we do us. Drop this pressure on y'all.
Nah. Y'all heard them. Please go do that with the urgency. We appreciate y'all. Always pressure over here. It's always love. But let's jump into it. So this weekend, Eagles received rings, Super Bowl rings, and if y'all haven't seen them, they are fire. Big Johns, wings pop out on it. You know what I'm saying? They doing it with the 1-2 tied out. They are super fancy. Shout out to them. Well deserved. My boys look heavy. I'm looking forward to them getting another one. It was crazy, bro. I want one. I told my John I might try to get a little replica lay for the showcase. I'm trying to get a showcase John.
Bro, hopefully the replica Johns got the little pop-out wings, bro, because
that'd be
them
sweet.
Johns, they need them, bro.
Yeah.
Don't try to shortchange the replica,
for real.
You feel me?
Fire, yeah.
But what the big extra plus say? Is it safe to say from the biggest, the largest? Come on now. Them rings, nobody does it like us, bro.
Yeah.
Out of all the rings that have been designed and created, when have you seen a ring of that magnitude with the Philadelphia Eagles did? We're trendsetters, we're forward thinkers. Bro, they put wings on a ring, fam.
I've never seen that. I have legitly never seen somebody have a ring and wings pop out on the drum when you press the lay. I'm like, oh, they freaky. The Eagles are doing too much. I see why they hate us. I love it.
We love it.
You feel me?
And then the thing is, what I love too, real quick before we wrap this up, because is when AJ Brown, Arthur Juan, hey, y'all already know the vibes, but when he was talking to Saquon and he said, hey man, hey, I know it's gonna be hard, but we gotta do this again. The leadership that we have on this team, the focus that we have on this team. QB1 mentioned onward and forward. It's nice to have nice things. You should celebrate it, but the team that we have, the focus that we have, I know that they ready to defend the Super Bowl title, bro. I know they are.
Sure. Hey, the mindset is already keeping the main thing. The main thing. You feel me? Like Nick Sirianni said, hey man, don't sip it. I mean, sniff it. As far as the perfume goes, they're not letting it get to their head. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy this moment. But hey, there's work to be done. So I'm glad that their mindset is already, like you said, already onward and forward. Their mindset is already on A. Y'all know what's coming up. And
Y'all
we
know
here to
what
get
time
it.
it is. Come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
now.
we here to get it, man. Like I expect that from this team.
Yeah,
Leadership
bro.
is ridiculous here.
Mhm.
Now speaking of some other leaders, we have some folks who received some accomplishments. What is it? Top 25, under 25. Am I saying or
Right.
20?
Yep.
Did I
Top
say that right?
25, under
Under
25.
25, right? So we had Jalen Carter who made that list, and we also had N'Kobe Dean. Shout out to them Bulldogs. Well deserved. Clap it up for y'all. Hey, bro, keep working, keep working. I mean, you're getting noticed. N'Kobe Dean, we know you suffered the injury, but people are still recognizing what you did, what you meant to for us last year during the season, and what you mean to this team. So I'm glad that you're getting your acknowledgement. We already know what JC was, but you keep up this good work. You know the trajectory you're on. You just stay focused, brother. But shout outs to them, man. I expect more Eagles to be on that list. We have a ridiculously deep team with a lot of young talent on there. So I expect more and more Eagles to be on that top 25, under 25 list in the future for sure.
For sure, bro. It's no reason why they shouldn't be on the list. As you said, we have a plethora of young talent that's up and coming. We have a plethora of winners that are young. People are forgetting that we had two rookies on our defense last year that knows the grind, that knows what it takes. What Jalen Carter's key contributors. Jalen Carter going into his third season. The beautiful thing about being an Eagles fan is over the course of time, we talked about this off camera because we've always been competitive. We've never lacked in that department. Now, another thing that I love about our organization is we have super uber talented players at positions, but we know at some point the players are either going to have to leave because of contract issues, or, well, let me rephrase that. Contract, we don't have contract issues in Philly, but the contract, it just happens to be up, or they retire. But we get out in front, and what do? Draft very, very well. We'll have people, and that's what's so funny. Like when you talk to these other fans, the fan bases, they're like, "Oh, you all lost X, Y, and Z." Y'all don't know what's going over here in Philly because we already knew before the season started, we might have lost this player or we want to lose this player. We have people that are in line to take over positions. So it's no shock that this train continues to roll because we draft well. We have, you said it on the last video, because we have vets who don't be on no hating ish. They don't be on no hating stuff. They'll teach up the young rooks and things like that. Like, what's it called? So we had Jalen Carter, right? Who was he sitting behind? Fletch. Big Fletch. Who was Cam Jurgens sitting behind? Jason Kelsey. Who was Nolan Smith sitting behind? Brandon Graham. And even though Josh Sweat isn't here anymore and his 8 sacks that he had last season, Nolan Smith got a chance to learn from them caliber of players. And that's what we do here in Philadelphia. We have talent already there, but then we'll draft. The people come in, they put their head down and work. They'll learn from the vets. And then the rest is history, bro. When it's your time, you step up and you own that position, bro.
Nah, for sure. For sure. And Nolan Smith just came out and said he attributes a lot of his success not only to the BG, but that's Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
Mm-hmm. And we know Lane Johnson, look, he's going to be a Hall of Fame guy at some point. We know that. Yeah, I mean, he's just put together that body of work over his career. Recently, there was a video put out of him farmer walking over 700 pounds, and he just walking that boy like it's nothing. I'm like, but this is what it takes to be that great. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The work, it doesn't start now. He didn't just start farmer walking. He been doing this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's the consistency, it's the attention to detail, the passion for the game, and just, hey, putting that work in and day out. So yeah, bro, the leadership, any player couldn't ask for a better position as far as leadership goes, and just what Philadelphia brings. Great place to be.
You can't be great without the greatness of others, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do we have any other shout outs? Make sure I'm not missing anybody.
No,
Apologies. R.I.P. My man.
Brian Brahman.
There you go. Shout out to him and his family. Sorry that kind of slipped my mind, but shout out to him and his family. To his community. I know they're going through some rough times right now. I know it's hard right now, but hopefully this brings y'all together and y'all can get past this. What it seems like God was a great guy, Super Bowl champion, family man. I know he has some children that he left behind. But my prayers go out to that family.
Most definitely. Prayers and condolences to the Brahman family.
For sure. Now, let's kind of pick it up a little bit. Our prediction of our 53-man rosters. Now, we kind of went through this a little beforehand, and we have a lot of the same players, but we have some different players as well that we'll shout out and mention. But to start the list, we're gonna start with offense. We can start with quarterback. You know, that's where it begins, baby. QB1 now. Hey. We have Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, and Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord makes it. We both decided that we felt he would make it over DTR. I think that we'll end up getting some trade compensation for him. Kyle McCord's a little younger. Won't have to pay him. Bleeds Philly, Jersey guy. You know, he can sit and learn. Because at some point, I genuinely feel like this, and I love it for the guy, but I hate it for the team. I think Tanner McKee's going to get shipped off somewhere. I think his value is going to be pretty high, and it's going to be some offers on the table where Philadelphia is like, hey, man, we can't turn this down.
And refusing.
Yeah, you know, and Kyle McCord might slip into that number 2 role.
See, we differ because my quarterback list is Tanner McKee, Kyle McCord, and DTR. No QB1.
Oh. What? Shut the
I'm playing with you.
I'm listening on my wait. What no QB1? What's this man doing?
Y'all Anything Podcast presents supports QB1 wholeheartedly. He is the present and the future. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on now, there ain't no way that I'm leaving QB1 off the list. But one thing I wanted to add on to QB1 real quick because is I love our head coach, bro. Like, it's no other quarterback or quarterback coach tandem that gets heavily scrutinized as much as QB1 and Nick Sirianni. For Nick Sirianni to come out, and I know their relationship early was kind of rocky. They weren't always seeing eye to eye because they're both alphas. We get it. But the fact that they come together and now can see eye to eye and go for to bat and at war for each other, it's a beautiful thing because they are the only two that you can win a Super Bowl and still, I don't know if QB1 is the top 10 quarterback in this. Is Nick Sirianni really a great coach, or is it the talent that's on the team? It's confusing to hear this talk, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the 53-man roster. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Nick Sirianni for continuously going to war and bat for QB1, even after we won the bowl. What did he do? Yeah. He looked right at QB1 and said, "Oh, he's a winner." That's all you can say is he's a winner. And I'm glad that they're both leading our team in the direction that we're going for sure, because
absolutely. Those two at the tip of the spear. Once again, you couldn't ask for better. Both focused mindset, alpha males. They both keep the main thing the main thing. We're not going to let emotions get in the middle of what we're trying to achieve here. Yeah, they've reached the pinnacle. Yeah. And they can, through all the naysaying, folks can say whatever they want to say. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are Super Bowl champions. So that's in the books. You got to accept it, you know. So I love that they proved the doubters wrong, you know what I mean, and all the haters wrong for real, and they'll continue to do it. That's just it's in their blood. That's what they do, man. That's
all they do is win, bro.
Come on, man.
And it's so funny to see the doubters and haters like really go into a tantrum. Like, how did Jalen Hurts, how did QB1 win the Super Bowl? How did Nick Sirianni win the Super Bowl? Are y'all mad because y'all are in our win archives, bro? All of y'all fan bases, all of y'all teams are in our win archives. That's all we do is win. We beat your favorite team, bro. You see what I'm saying? As many people want to try to poo-poo on QB1 and Nick Sirianni, I can guarantee you that you will want them to replace your head coach and your quarterback on your favorite team. I can promise you that.
For sure. For sure. No matter how it look, a
Come
dub
on.
is a dub.
Come on.
Come on now. But all right, we ran off on the tangent. Let's get back to it.
The main thing.
Right. Now running backs kept 3: Saquon Barkley, Will Shipley, and AJ Dillon. Now, me and Mr. Owens spoke off camera. Keep an eye on Shunderic Powell. Shunderic Powell.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really like this kid's tape. A little bit of a work done type vibe. They might find a way to mix him in there. Might give you some special team abilities. Just sleeper kid. I would not be surprised if this guy makes the roster.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either because you know how much we really have stock in Shaderick Powell. His measurables are crazy. He's strong. He's only like 5'8", 170. Like, bro, we're bigger than him.
Dumb strong.
Stupid strong.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Like, bro, like mini Avenger. I don't know what he is, bro. But like, to be honest with you, I can definitely see him making the roster because, and then one other person that I will tell our supporters and Eagles Nation to keep an eye out on is if AJ Dillon doesn't return to form, which we're hoping he returns to form back like when he was with the Packers. Keep an eye on Montrell Johnson out of Florida. He was one of the undrafted rookies that we got. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I think he was paid quite a good little penny. I think he was paid quite a good penny. You see what I'm saying? I think, and I want to say out of all the undrafted free agents, I think he might have received the highest bags, bro.
Okay, because I knew that we threw somebody undrafted free agent pretty decent bag. They said it's one of the highest undrafted free agent signings or whatever, but I didn't know if it was this guy. Look, Montrell Johnson, when he was down there in Florida, he put up some good tape. Bruiser type back, physical, decent speed, just runs hard. More of a north-south type runner. Okay, I like that. I could possibly see that for sure.
Originally from New Orleans. You already know how New Orleans get down. Louisiana. NOLA.
Hey, baby.
You already know how Louisiana play ball. Hey, shout out to Smitty, too.
For sure. Speaking of Smitty, the wide receiver group. So we got Swole Batman. We got Skinny Batman. We know they in there. We know AJ and Smitty in there. Jahan Dotson. We have him. Now I have Danny Gray, Terrence Marshall, and Avery Williams. Now, I had to add Avery Williams because Mr. Owens brought it to my attention. We were going through the list before. I didn't have a real return man at first. So I had to cut a line and add Avery Williams, but Avery Williams made the roster for being the wide receiver group.
Yes, sir. And see, me and Big Huss were going back and forth with the receivers, but then we ultimately came together with the same receiver room. But I was flip-flopping back and forth with Johnny Wilson. We know that he was a rookie last season. And from last season's tape and what we've seen from Johnny Wilson, we haven't been truly impressed, especially with his size and measurables. You're thinking like, okay, cool. Well, if AJ goes out, you'll be able to slide Johnny Wilson in over at the X. And he'll still, may not be AJ, but still be able to make some plays. The plays that we saw him do last year, especially when we talked about off camera, Big Huss in the Super Bowl, where it's third down and money down. Even though we did what we did in the Super Bowl, it's still the small details that you got to focus on to be great. And QB1's rolling out, just tosses a little pass to Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson bobbling it. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that his upside is very high, especially with him not catching the ball. Clearly, he doesn't run crisp routes. A lot of times out there, he looks confused. And I know off camera, because you did mention the only way that we might keep Johnny Wilson is off the strength, because he's a great blocker. And you know how Philly feels about blockers.
Absolutely. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Especially at the receiver position. But I just don't see Johnny Wilson making it, especially he on a tender year. So what we gonna have to do, because we gonna have to swipe left on bull. Swipe left.
Get him out of there.
Swiper, no swiper.
Oh
Instead of,
boy.
get out there and run some more routes, bro. Work on the jug machine instead of being on Tinder. That ain't going to help you, fam. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Tinder, though. You feel me? In case y'all want sponsors. But look, man, that Tinder ain't going to help him. He need to get on the jug machine, fam.
Nah, for sure. And for real, he might be a guy who benefits from a position change. Okay, maybe he might not get it done at receiver. Maybe he might need to go to tight end, maybe put on about 10 pounds and see what type of damage he could do there.
I would like that.
You know what I'm saying? And folks have mentioned that when we first drafted him, he's like, no, I'm a receiver. And I understand you sticking to your guns, believing in yourself and everything else. But as far as the passing attack went, so our next group will be just a spoiler alert. Grant Calcaterra is the next group, right? You have two receivers or two pass catching people who are polar opposites. You have Johnny Wilson, who really can't catch a cold, to be honest with you, more of a blocker. You have Grant, who can't block, but can catch. If they can somehow just mix them abilities,
it's match.
You know what I'm saying? So unless he could really figure out how to be a weapon in the passing game, really use that size, use that frame, like you said, I don't know if Johnny's gonna make it, man. Especially when they were talking about Danny Gray and OTAs and how he was looking. He comes in around 6 foot, 200 or so pounds, speed guy, been in the league, veteran presence. He might be out. He might be out. And then you got to think, I don't know how much Johnny Wilson even gives you on special teams.
I think he gives 0 on special teams.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he played on special teams last year. He doesn't. He's not on kickoff. He's not on punt. He's not on punt return. He's not on field goal.
So
what are you at it?
With that said, your percentage of making the team goes down even less. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he does make it, I wouldn't be surprised, but I really don't think he will this year.
Well, hopefully he finds his match. No pun intended.
For real though. Sure. So all right. So tight end group. We already know Grant's in that, John. Dallas, he's back. Love us some Dallas Goedert. Hope he can stay healthy and really give us a full year. A full year at Dallas could be scary with the talent that he has. He's a tight end, who could amass 1,000 yards if he stays healthy. Yeah, he has that type of potential. He just has to stay healthy. Your best ability is your availability, right? So, but we have Dallas, Grant, and then I kept a third tight end just in case Dallas decides to get hurt. We don't got to go looking and finding. You already got one in your backyard. I kept Kylan Granson. Colts was drafted by the Colts. As I said, the Colts connection. You know, we love our Colts, whether it be coaching staff, players, whatever. Bring him in. Kind of gives me Trey Burton vibes. Not that old. I believe he's only like 25 or so still kind of young, if I'm not mistaken. But kept 3 just because of injury concerns with Dallas Goedert. He's 27. He's a little older than I thought.
But see what go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to add on real quick with Goedert because obviously we had the same, except for Kyle Granson, who I really feel Kyle Granson could make the 53-man, just like you said. It's in our best interest that Dallas Goedert stays healthy this season. We were talking about this off camera because how we feel about Grant Calcaterra, as you mentioned, he can't block, but he can pass catch. I don't know how I feel about him as a future tight end. And with this being Goddard's final year, well, we signed him to a 1-year deal. It'll be in the best interest for the Eagles and Goddard because he's a homegrown talent. We know he doesn't have the best injury history. Even if he stays healthy and has a monster year, I don't see Dallas Goedert wanting to go and explore other markets. And if people do decide to try to throw money, as we mentioned off camera, because it's probably going to be non-contenders. So do you really want to go from a consistent Super Bowl contender team to, I don't know, a team that's winning 5-6 games? You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it'll be best interest for the Eagles, Dallas Goedert, to get an extension done, maybe a 2-3 year boy, and keep him in the fold. Because with Dallas Goedert, as we always mention, because when healthy, easily a top 10, if not top 5 tight end in the league.
Absolutely. He just has to stay healthy, man. And And as you mentioned, it would probably be in his best interest. He's not going to get a top dollar contract. He's not getting a Kittle type contract, or what's the other guy who just got paid? Damn, it was another tight end.
On what
Cardinals.
team?
Cardinals.
Trey McBride.
Trey McBride. He got a dog contract. He's not going to get one of those. By the time this deal, or he's looking for, he'll be 31 years old, right? Not to say he gets staged. You get a 3-year, like $45, $50 million contract. Stay home. We love you here, and you end your career here. I mean, I'm sure he'll have some suitors, but nobody's going to be Philly. Nobody's going to be Philly.
And that's all you know.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to adjust to that later in your career? Nah, man, I don't know. It would be in his best interest to stay, but we'll see how it all pans out. Regardless of how it shakes out, we need to draft another tight end. We have to grab a tight end this upcoming offseason and start putting this to work for it. We're behind the 8 ball. We would have usually done it probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago with Goddard, so he could kind of groom whomever's next. As you mentioned, Grant Calcaterra, I like Grant for what he gives us in the pass catching game, but I think a number 2 is his ceiling as far as what he can be in the NFL. I can't ever see him being a bona fide number 1. I just don't see it. But we'll see. A tight end needs to be in the works for Philly though, with haste. Now, as far as the linemen go, I guess we can do this all in one. You just we'll just read off the linemen. Is that cool?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. So I'm gonna start with Jordan Mailata. Then we go Kendall Lamb, Landon Dickerson, Kenyon Green. He'll be at guard. Cam Jurgens, Drew Kendall, Tyler Steen, Matt Pryor, Lane Johnson, and Darian Kennard. Do you have anybody different there?
Yeah, the only person I differ with is because I have Trevor. No, I have the same people as you because you had 11 and I had 10.
Yeah.
So the only person I did,
Robinson.
Yeah, I took off Kenyon Green. I don't think that Kenyon Green is going to make this roster.
See, I don't know if we just going to flat out cut Kenyon. I feel like we would try to get something for him before we did that. That's Probably. The reason, you know what I'm saying? And once again, this is a guy, he's not even 25 yet. He's still a young guy. So I think as far as the Eagles are and just Stoutland, like, we can still mold this kid. Yeah, he might have been effing up down there in Houston. We understand it wasn't the ideal situation. There was a lot going on down there. Folks touching people where they wasn't touching people. Yeah, and it was just them trying to change everything around. You know what I mean? It was just a lot happening. Wasn't the best situation for him. I put it like that. But here, you're with arguably the best position coach in the league. You could probably say maybe ever. Okay, you're in a winning organization. You have everything you need to succeed. It's just for him, I don't think it's more talent versus what's your mental like, bro? Are you prepared to put in this work? Because we're not just going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he's prepared to put in the work, we might have a low-key steal here. You got to pay him at some point, but shit, I mean, you got to do what you got to do down the line, but he could turn into a dominant guard if he applies himself. It's all about application, at least outside looking in for me. Will you apply yourself? And you said, so you didn't have Kenyon Green, but you had.
I didn't have Kenyon Green or Darian Kennard. That's what it. So mine was Mailata, Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Tyler Steen, Drew Kendall, Kendall Lamb, Miles Hinton, Matt Pryor, and Trevor Keegan.
Okay. You kept Keegan and Hinton.
Mm-hmm. And then put Williams on the practice squad, who we both like very, very much.
Yeah, I think upside's there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that too. Okay, Hinton then. Okay, got you. All right. Let's set the script though. Them hog miles is gonna be straight. You know what that is. And that's Stoutland you. They don't disappoint, baby. Everybody graduates from that program unless you just don't want to graduate. For real, like hey, no
What
words
was,
on that
what
joint.
was the John back in the day? No person left behind in school.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
No person get left behind.
No person. They are all passing. Dude. All right, let us flip the side of the ball, man. We going to defense now. Dark side. Okay.
Strong side.
Hey, black. Let's get it. So our edges, we'll start there. We got Nolan Smith. Come on now. Jalen Hunt. I got Josh Uche, Aziz Jalari, and I really think this guy is going to make the team. And I honestly think he might turn into a baller. Antoine Powell Ryland from
That's about
Virginia
it.
Tech. Yeah, that's a baller. That's a look. If I had to compare him to anybody, and this is high praise, I ain't saying he's going to be this, it would be BG. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's the energy and vibes that Bull give me for real. He's gonna give you that type of effort all the time, consistent motor, might be a little undersized, but not scary, gonna hold it down. I think this guy is going to make plays for us. Watch out for him.
I feel the same way about him because I really feel like he can carve out a career. I don't know, maybe 15 years, but at least a decade here in Philadelphia, being one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. He just has. I just feel like he has that it factor that he wants to be great. He wants to learn from the best. He wants to be the best. And then drafted where he was drafted at. I know that he wants to prove all the people that passed on him wrong as well. And what a perfect situation and perfect place to fall in and begin your career. And as well, real quick, because Josh Uche changed his number to 0.
He did. Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully you get more sacks, which you probably would because it's not going to be that hard to do than the person who we don't name him on the channel, the person who previously wore number 0. If you do need to Google that, just type in I knew from training camp it wasn't going to be a fit.
Yeah, for real though. Get him out of there. Man, that's crazy. We got a new Agent 0 for sure. Also number change, Aziz Jalari. He's now number 13.
Got his old number
and then
back.
Powell Ryland is 52.
And I like 52 on Powell Ryland. They try to get him some
nasty work. Yeah, it was nasty work. The 52 fits. He gonna make it look right for real. You know, but yeah, the new Agent 0, bro. Please do better.
Please. That's all we ask.
Man.
And with the edge, we had the same edge rushers, but remember I had one person
right
who I feel is undervalued, doesn't get a lot of opportunity, but I feel like his upside is spectacular. We know him very well. We drafted him. He was an undrafted free agent. No, matter of fact, we chose him in the 7th round. That's what we did. We chose him in the 7th round. And he keeps getting closer and closer and closer on this roster. Unfortunately, he didn't make the roster last year and then got picked up off the waivers with the Giants. But enough of me talking. The guy who I'm talking about right now is Patrick Johnson. I really, truly feel that Patrick Johnson is going to push and show, like turn heads in camp and show why we shouldn't have let him go before, even though we've always had a stacked defensive line. And it's a numbers game. I just feel like this is the year that Patrick Robinson is going to make this roster because we have somebody else on this list who you feel is the Patrick Robinson, You see, I'm not the Patrick Robinson, my bad. Shout out to Patrick Robinson too, though. But Patrick Johnson. Yeah.
Yep. And look, and I like Patrick Johnson for real. He's one of those guys where he was always just like a step away. You're there, but not quite there. But you can see, like, at some point, it's probably gonna click for Cuz. I mean, high energy guy. And when you're constructing a 53-man roster, obviously you have your starting 22, but you also got to factor in special teams. This is a guy that's going to bring a lot of special team energy and ability. So if he's another guy, if he made the roster, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Now, moving to the interior, the D tackles. You already know we got JC Himothy, okay. Big Jordan Davis, Morrow, Jomo, my guy, the Vanilla Gorilla, Ty Robinson, and my man T Book. I think these will be the 5 that we keep, and let's not get it twisted. All 5 will more than likely see the field. All 5 of these guys are going to play. All 5 of these guys are dogs for real. So we'll have a healthy rotation there, a nice line A, line B type thing that we had going on really during our Super Bowl year in 2017, where we had waves. Same situation here. I see what they were trying to do. I see you. Right? So, but you got a lot of talent in the middle here. There's no real let up. You know what I mean? Once JC or whoever comes off the field, that next group goes in, and you like, man, these dudes, they moving as hard and coming as hard as the first group. You know, so no real break. I like our front. We probably have to have, and I think we do, top 3 front 7 in the NFL right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we have the same D tackle group.
Okay.
And we already know what Jalen Carter brings. I really want Breadman. Well, Breadman, he going to get a back the Brinks truck up. And he deserves it, though. He deserves it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we haven't had that type of he's a generational talent, bro. But Jordan Davis, I need him. I need him. Yes, huge year for him, bro. I need him to come through in his extension year, bro. We picked up that 5th-year extension, that 5th-year option, bro. I feel like Jordan Davis is right there. It just something has to click. And him being around all his Georgia boys, you see what I'm saying? He couldn't be in a better situation, but he has to turn it on in this last year. Moro Jomo is somebody who, look, we've been liking him since he was drafted in the 7th round in Texas, bro. Every time he got in the game, flashing. You see what I'm saying? Making plays, being disruptive. Moro Jomo is in for a big year. You see what I'm saying? But we all know how we feel about Ty Robinson. We had him in our final mock draft here on the channel. Feel me? He was some of the first, or one of the first, or not, or the first to talk about Ty Robinson. You feel me? But I think that he's going to bring some much added juice, some much added energy to that room. And then finally, like you say, you already know how we feel about T Book, bro. T Book that dude, bro.
Yeah,
I like
plays. I like
it's just what do coaches always say? High motor, bro. He constantly is moving. If you turn on the tape and you watch T Book, he doesn't stand in one place for a long time. Wherever the ball goes, he runs. Always hustling, trying to make a tackle. He ain't like, and I'm gonna take a shot at the Commanders. He ain't like the person that y'all paid $100 million to just lay on the ground after a play or during a play.
That was a crazy time. I'm like, they threw this for a bag from the Titans. From the come and be like, hey, it wasn't the right fit.
Go figure.
You one of them?
Oh my gosh,
threw him a crazy bag. I had never seen nothing like that, dog. I swear.
Matter of fact, we're gonna put a little clip of the highlight too, because we was playing them actually on Monday night back in 2010. We'll make sure we'll put a clip in this video so you can see exactly who we talk about.
Yeah, that guy.
He could have gave me $500 million. It still wouldn't have been the pressure that I put on myself, because I expect myself to play at a high level and to dominate.
Vic, keeping the play alive. Gonna find someone in the back. Touchdown Avant.
You know, and I realize it's a tough night and it's a rainy night, but you're down on the ground. You have to get up, and you got to continue to chase Michael Vick. The play's still going on.
That's terrible. That guy, terrible. All right, where we at? We were from linebacker. Okay, so we got Billboard Bond. Y'all know the vibes. We have our Roll Tide rookie Jahad Campbell, Axeman Jr. Jeremiah Trotter, and then we got another Bulldog and Smile Munden Jr. I believe he'll make the team. More so special teams, but if he does get in, he has the ability to make plays. Sideline to sideline guy. Not the biggest, but can still affect the run game. Shows up in the pass game as far as zone coverage and things of that nature go. but his bulk of his plays will be on special teams. But we got 4 linebackers here, at least to start the year.
Yeah, just stay efficient because and respect everybody's time. We got the same list of people in the linebacker, so there we go.
Hey, short and sweet.
short and sweet. You feel me? Make us hit the key points and the key elements. You feel me? Well, look, it's just going to be added extra. We don't need all that. You feel me? We get right to the point. Keep the main thing the main thing.
Appreciate. There you go. There you go. I appreciate that. All right. Well, next group. We have the corners here. Obviously, you have Q, Keely Ringo, Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Adoree Jackson, Mac Williams, the rookie, and then I also have Eli Ricks. Now, he doesn't think Eli is gonna make the roster this year. I think he is. Second year in the system, a lot of upside. Obviously, unless something tragic happens, she's not gonna get a lot of tick. He won't be your second or third option as far as corners go, but special teams will be there. This moment has never been too big for this kid. He makes plays. He just has to be in the right position. Be where you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to be there. This is a guy who he doesn't have, as far as I'm concerned, the athletic ability to be able to make up for bad technique, bad eye discipline. You know what I'm saying? But being able to get physical with receivers, he does that. And that's a Fangio thing. The ball hawking skills are there. He just needs more opportunity, I believe. But I think he'll make it. And some versatility there. You can put him inside out.
I agree with everything you said because the thing with Eli, bro, you know how we feel about Eli Ricks, bro. We want him to take that next step in that leap, bro. And I had him on my list, but I put question marks behind him because the only issue with me with Eli Ricks, he has a physical makeup, he has the tools, he was highly decorated coming out of high school. Matter of fact, him and Keely, fun fact for y'all, him and Keely were 1 and 2 ranked corners coming out of high school. You see what I'm saying? And what I need to see from Eli Ricks is consistency, bro. It's sometimes I see he belongs in the NFL. He deserves to start. And other times I see him, I'm like, bro, he's a deer in headlights, bro. He just sitting there, don't know what zone he's supposed to be in. Like you said, sometimes he has bad technique. You can't do that if you don't got long speed, bro. You have to be disciplined at the line. Sometimes the receivers out-muscle him. Like you said, he's willing to get physical with a receiver. But then when you got more physical receivers, they out-muscle him. You see what I'm saying? And just like what I'm going off of is last season, the corner play that we had, even though Big Play Slay ain't here anymore, we still have Quinyon, we still have Coop. The one person who I can trust, if Slay got banged up and Quinyon still was on the other side of the field, was
Isaiah Rodgers.
Isaiah Rodgers, thank you. Was Isaiah Rodgers. He could come in and fill that void. I don't know how I feel about that with Eli Ricks, bro. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. He has all the tools to be a great corner. He just has to put it all together, bro. And then we have Christian Parker at cornerbacks coach, bro. You see what I'm saying? So like you said, with him in his second season, I personally don't have him making the roster, but with him in his second season, with him in the Fangio scheme, understanding where he's supposed to be, understanding the concepts, understanding his assignments, it's no reason why Eli Ricks shouldn't make the 53-man roster. I just don't think that he's going to make it because.
No, honestly, you bring up some valid points. Everything you said was valid for real. And I think the key word that I took away was consistency. You hit it on the head. He'll make a play this week, but then the next week where you'll give up a bomb or like, you know what I'm saying? Like you won't be there. So I agree with you. He needs to be more consistent. The more consistent he is, obviously, the better off his chances are of making the roster because he does have all the physical tools.
Yeah.
Like I said, you were highly decorated. You didn't only go to college and play at LSU. You played at Bama too.
Bama.
You played at 2 of the top schools, like those damn near pro teams. And you
with Nick Saban at head coach too,
come
bro.
on, right? and you're starting, you're making plays. So we know you could play on a high level. We just need to see it every week. Every week. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you on there. Consistency is the thing for him, for sure. As far as the safeties go, now we got half of the exciting whites, right? We got Reed Blankenship, right? We got Tristan McCullum. I like the bigger frame safety that the body type that he has for safety. We have Drew Makuba, and then we have Sidney Brown. Now, you have mentioned Andre Sam. We spoke a little bit, and excuse me, I like Andre Sam, right? A little bit of an older guy, but understands it for the most part. Super physical, right? Isn't scared. I just think what's going to keep him off this roster, as I mentioned, Mr. Owens, will be the versatility, especially on the back end in the Fangio scheme. Versatility is everything. And I'm not sure how much of that Andre Sam can give you. Now, you could argue and be like, hey, well, Reed Blankenship isn't the most versatile. You don't see him down in the slot in the box. That's true, but he is very cerebral. Reed knows the playbook inside and out, right? There's nothing he's not going to know about that playbook. So that puts him leaps above everybody else, right? So unless Andre Sam is very cerebral and just knows, hey, man, billboard, now you ain't supposed to be there. You need to be 2 yards in. Hey, oh boy, unless he's one of those, he's a coach on the back end. I'm not too sure if Bull is honestly gonna make it. He might be a practice squad guy. Now, he could always give us special team work. He could always show up there. But with him being a little older and we having some young pups, and you really talking about Makuba and Sidney, and even Tristan isn't that old. Reed's not that old, truth be told, right? It's a younger room, and he comes in a little bit older. I think he might get pushed out.
Yeah. See, I had him making it, but as you mentioned, we got to see the versatility.
Yeah.
That you and I know that Fangio loves is the versatile DBs. Well, just being versatile in general, but especially on the back end, you have to be versatile to be able to come down in the box, play a high, and things like that. So Andre Sam, we've been hearing great things about Andre Sam, especially throughout the off season. He's been turning heads. I know that Fangio likes Andre Sam, so the reason why I did put him on it is because, like I said, I believe Fangio really likes him, and when he gets on the field, he does make plays. The thing that really put me over with him is the special teams aspect. People always forget about special teams. And as you mentioned earlier in the video, that is prevalent to making a 53-man roster. So that's the reason why I put him on there. And like I said, when he gets in the game, he doesn't look out of position. He doesn't look out of place. So, we'll see in training camp. You see what I'm saying? That's the beautiful part about it.
For sure. Hey, we don't know how this is all going to pan out. This is all just a guessing game. You know, we're using the knowledge that we have and making the best guess here for real.
What we say, subject to change.
Hey, it's fluid. It's fluid.
It's fluid.
You know what I'm saying? So he may make it, he may not. The guy, I honestly believe the guy belongs in the NFL. I'm not saying that. It's just with the talent that we have, a young talent, once again, that we have ahead of him, I'm not too sure. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Special teams, we already know. Jake Elliott, more likely Braden Mann. He been doing this thing. Charlie Hewlett. And then we put Ben Van Humeren in there, but obviously he's a fullback. He'll probably do some special teams work, but he's an athlete. We'll put athlete next to ATH.
And real quick, Big Hus, because you did mention Braden Mann. Braden Mann has been phenomenal since we got him. Where he came from, the Jets, correct?
Let me look. Man.
I think he came from the Jets.
It might be. Or was it
Steelers?
Was it the Commanders? No. It was Jets, Steelers, Philly.
Oh, so we were okay, cool. So we were especially from us having Aaron Sipos. We know the travesty he was. We know the shank punts that he did in the Super Bowl. I'm so glad to put that in the rear mirror and behind us. But Braden Mann, why I wanted to mention him and single him out with the specialists is because he's in his final year of his contract. So that's something that is intriguing and interesting. I know that for the majority of our life, because we've always had solid punters, and I'm pretty sure that Howie in the front office will want to get Braden Mann locked up. We do not want to let Braden Mann get out of that door, because if that happens, we'll be back to square one. We don't have too many options for punters. So I know that he's more than likely going to have a phenomenal season, but I just hope that we get him locked up sooner rather than later.
Honestly, we'll definitely bring him back, because who really wants to be hunting for a punter right now? We're in the midst of a Super Bowl run, and the last thing we need is our downfall being the kicking game. Okay, with the punting or field goals or whatever. So now I honestly feel we will get him locked up. Like I said, since bringing him in, they might have started off a little slow or whatever, but my man has hit his stride and he ain't really looked back. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and as we know, the field position game is everything. Everything. So yeah, I very much see us bringing Braden Mann back. Now, you notice when we went through our list, we did mention Kobe Dean. Kobe Dean will probably more than likely start on the PUP list. So you might not see him for the first several weeks. Was it physically unable to perform? I believe that's
physically unable to perform.
So you might not see him till later, and we'll have to see kind of how that affects the roster. Because if they elevate him, that means somebody else has to get knocked off the roster. For what position that'll be, who knows? But expect to see him later in the year. Anything else? No, I think that's it.
We're still Super Bowl champions.
Hey, come on now, till somebody take us off that throne.
I don't see nobody taking us off neither. You feel me?
Hey, once again, we're in the midst of a Philly era, a Philly dynasty. Making the playoffs isn't what we're looking for. We are chasing rings. Every year, we're chasing a Super Bowl ring. So, like every other year until this era is up, hey man, that's what it's gonna be. We'll get a couple more. At least we should, barring health and everything. You know, that's just how we built right now.
Facts, bro. And it's funny that you mentioned that because I had watched a clip the other day with Nick Sirianni. It was one of the little speeches in the meeting. And he was like, I'm not into winning 10, 11, 12 games. We've done that already. We've done that. And that's true. Even back since, if you want to go to 2000, we've been winning the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games. We're past that. We don't even look at, when the season starts, our ceiling is playoffs. No, ceilings ain't playoffs. We think Super Bowl. As Eagles fans, as an organization, when we start training camp, when we start the off season, it's Super Bowl. That's all we know. You see what I'm saying? And what's it called? Like you said, I don't see too many people knocking us off the pedestal, especially if we come prepared. Like I know that we can come prepared, and the focus that we have and the talent that we have. It's no reason why we shouldn't be in Santa Clara in February of 2026.
Nah, agreed. We have all the ingredients. We ain't missing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything we need for the perfect recipe. So no reason why we shouldn't be there. We just got to stay healthy, man. Have a little bit of lady luck on our side, and everything else will fall how it should fall. There's no team right now in the league that should be putting fear in the Eagles' hearts right now. None. They should be looking at us like, damn, they go Philly. We got to play them. All right, how long is a 60-minute game? Like, trying to get home to the kids. I ain't got time for this. You know? So now we'll see. The season is upon us. We have about a month or so before our opener against Dallas, you know. So prepare yourself for that. Also, keep your ears to the streets and ears and your eyes and everything else, you know, just tuned in, because we'll be dropping some more content. Training camp starts this week, I believe, on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So We'll be updating you all on that with videos, posts, the whole nine. Stay locked in with us. We got you. Anything you want to say to them real quick?
Yeah, I always want to say thank you for the continued support from our season supporters to our new supporters. Again, welcome to the community and the family. Y'all love does not go unnoticed by me and Big Hus. We truly enjoy and thoroughly enjoy doing this videos and content for you all. Also, I just wanted to say, make sure we'll put them down into our description section, but follow our socials. All of our socials will be there in the description section. And then also, as Big Hus mentioned, he said that we're cooking up some stuff and we'll have some more content coming out. Please, if you like football reactions, me and Big Hus are doing flag football reaction. So make sure y'all check that out. It's on a separate playlist here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. But again, my bad. Make sure to continue to like the videos, continue to flood those comment sections, share and subscribe to the community and the family. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all coming out. You know what I mean? Showing love to the community. Continue to do so. You heard Mr. Owens. Hope everyone has a great week.
Yes.
Look forward to this pressure now. But until then, if you don't know, I go by Big Hus.
And I go by Mr. Owens.
And this is the Main Thing Podcast, where we keep the main thing the main thing. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, fly Eagles fly till we die. Till next time, y'all be safe.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.